Hi ARK fans, welcome to ARK Invest Daily, your daily dose of ARK information. Today we are going to go over July summary, overall how they did in terms of market value trends, in terms of new and removed companies, what were their biggest moves for all of these ETFs, all 8 ETFs they are invested in. So please like and subscribe and show your support. That's the free way to show your support, and it helps me immensely with the YouTube algorithm. So I'll see you on the other side. Thank you so much. Welcome back, guys. So today we are doing monthly summary for entire July. So we'll take a look at the market value trend for that date range is what we have selected here. They started the month with $50.13 billion in market value, and then it started going down with showing some slight improvement, but then again went down all the way to 43.62. That's the lowest it reached on 19th of July, and then it started showing signs of coming back, went up for some time, and then gradually went down again. But towards the end of it, we have two good data points there for them to they came back for a couple of days at least, ending the month in 45.34 billion. So yeah, overall not that great, 50.13 billion and ending in 45.34 billion, downward trend, which is very different from how it was the previous month, month of June. So let's see how August goes for them, and let's dig in. So these are all the funds, 8 funds that they're invested in. I will hover over each one of these just to see how these trends change. So ARKK, looking very similar to overall all the funds combined. ARKG, again similar to overall, even further down actually in this case. ARKW, similar to overall fund, the curve, I mean the up and down throughout the month. Fintech, yep, similar and further down actually compared to overall fund. Q, again down. X, print, and IZRL, those three are too small to make the needle move, but yeah, similar trend, all of them are down. In terms of number of companies they are invested in, we know that this month they added a lot of companies to Israel, and we covered it in a mid-month update because all of those were added in the first part of the month itself. But we'll quickly glance over all of those also. So this is the trend of number of companies. They started the month with 268 companies, and then they look at this. This is where they added a lot of companies to Israel fund and also to print. That's how Israel reached. Israel is the number one company, number one ETF in terms of total number of companies they are invested in. But in terms of market cap, market value is just 0.3 billion. So it's the lowest. So highest in number of companies, lowest in market value. And then they removed some companies too this month. So we'll go over that. And this last uptick is for Robinhood. As most of you know, this was IPO'd yesterday and they started a position in it, ARK did. So we'll go over that as well. In which ETFs did they add it? So that's a summary. Let's quickly go over to the biggest moves. Today we are looking at biggest moves that have at least 35% change in the shares, and market value should be at least 10 million. So these are the companies, market value change should be at least 10 million. So these are the companies that follow that, that fit that criteria. This is their ranking in the 290 companies that they are invested in. So let's go over it one by one. Quantum SI, relatively newer company in their portfolio, ranked 93, which is pretty good for a new company. This month they added 272 percent extra shares. This is 5 million shares added, 5.5 million shares added to the position, making a difference of 50.9 million. Disney, again another one where they more than doubled their existing position, 201,000 shares added. It was so as I'm hovering over these, you'll see more information like it's present in ARKW, and that's the shares trend and the stock price trend. In fact, let me just go over here and then I'll scroll down from here just so you can see the entire information. Then we have Verve Therapeutics, which is again a company in which ARK has been investing quite a bit more recently, and also insiders have been buying quite a bit as well. So I've featured this in one of the previous episodes where I'm showing insider trading. So that's ARK, that's Verve Therapeutics, present in ARK Genomics, and you can see the trend of shares. They have been buying a lot this month. Then you have StoneCo, added 80% extra shares there, 22.7 million market value. Woozy, which is a smart glass company, rank 80, and they added 39% extra shares there, as you can see here, 1.7 million, rank 80. Making a difference of 11 million there. Magna International, Canadian car manufacturing company, 39% extra shares. Then you have Repair Therapeutics, present in ARKG, 776,000 extra shares bought, 29.9 million market value change because of that. UiPath, only company which is present in all the 6 ETFs, as you can see in this pop-up there. And they have been buying ever since. They continuously buying more and more shares in this company. And the stock price has overall trend is downward. But yeah, there are signs of recovery also, as you can see. Let's go over the negative ones. KE Holdings completely removed, looks like almost. It's not 100%, it is rounded value, otherwise it would show up in removed companies, but looks like there is just very little position left. They almost completely got rid of it. Then you have Raven Industries, again almost 100% removed. Kenzun also 100% removed. This is actually a relatively new company and they got rid of it also. Interesting. So that's that. Charles Schwab also 97% removed. Pure Storage 86% removed. Pekar is 85% removed. Tencent, Chinese companies, they are reducing stake in Chinese company in general is what we are seeing. The trend that we noticed on daily basis as well. Pinduoduo 72% removed. JD again a big reduction there, 55%, and then Meituan 48% removed. Strawman 42% removed. Novartis is 39% removed. Pingin Healthcare is 39% removed. So those are the biggest moves by this threshold. Let's also try to see if we remove this completely, number of shares movement, and let's see what are the biggest movements just by market value. I'll increase this irrespective of whether they bought or sold any shares of that company or not. Just want to see if there are any that rose up or down just because of market value or the stock price, changes in stock price. So the biggest one, UiPath, that's mainly because they bought more shares, obviously, looks like. Then you have Unity Software, stock price went up and they bought some as well. Twitter, also they bought some and the stock price went up too, or kind of stayed constant, looks like, up and down. 15% extra shares there. Coinbase, also 19% extra shares there. And the stock price also is downward actually, so they bought more shares and hence it's more green. Fate Therapeutics, 100 million difference there, they kept on buying more and more. Mercado Libre also 67 million. Quantum SI also, we went over that. So those were the positives. We did not capture that in the previous chart because the threshold was too high to show these, even though these are big movements. So that's why we look at it two ways. We look at it by market value as well, so we don't miss these big movements, right? Now let's look at the negative side. Roku is the biggest loser, looks like, 338 million negative there. They have been reducing the position in this over a period of time. I featured Roku in one of my episodes and we looked at the longer trends and they have been reducing over a period of time. Stock price recently going up though, but since they've been reducing shares, it is red. And it is their rank 5 still. So yeah, 5% means 18% remove means a big deal there. Then you have Tencent Holdings. Yeah, and we know they are reducing Chinese company shares. CRISPR Therapeutics also reduced, but just by 3%, not by much. We have JD, yes, we covered that. KE Holdings, we covered that. Beam Therapeutics also reduced just 2%, and stock price going down, and hence it's negative. Then you have Pure Storage, is 86% removed there. Then you have Skills, 13% removed this month. We'll be featuring Skills in just a bit anyways. Intellia Therapeutics, I'll hover over all of these quickly so you can take a look. You can feel free to pause the video to take a look at the trends that are popping up as I hover over these. Palantir also we will feature in just a bit. So don't worry about Palantir, Nano Dimension, Skills, and there's one more. DraftKings, yeah, we'll feature all those 4 in just a bit as we finish going over these quickly. Teladoc as well. Wow, Tesla. Okay, so Tesla taking a hit of 52 million this month, 1% remove only. So those were the biggest moves. But let's take a look at new and remove companies quickly, and then we'll go over the watch list, which is a new section where we always keep an eye on 4 stocks. I'll just go over that in a bit. But look at the list of new companies this month. Oh my goodness, a huge list. And look at how many are in Israel. A lot of them are in Israel. We won't go over each and every one of them, just because they are not very big positions. As you can see, 3 million, 4 million here and there. Only company that I know in this was Monday.com. Yeah, there it is. They keep doing a lot of targeting me for the ads. It's a software for project management there. Anyways, so that's a long list of companies added to Israel. There is one here, 5N plus to print, but a lot more to print as well. Exo Technologies, Symmetry, Conformist, CellLink, and Caribou Bioscience. Oh, sorry, Caribou Bioscience is ARKG. Then there is Markforged Holding. There's a new one, which, well, not a completely new one, but new one to these two, ARKQ and ARKX. Actually, it is not a new one. It's just a change in the ticker because it finally merged with the SPAC, and hence A1 SPAC, I think AONE, and now it is MKFG. So it's showing up as new, but it's not really new. Concord Acquisition Corp is a SPAC. Dassault Systems, new one there. Actually, this is not new one, but the ticker symbol is new. It was always there, DSY, but now it has added FP, so system thinks it's new. Khosla Venture is a new one. Acquisition Corp there. SEMA Holdings, also not new. It finally merged with the SPAC and got a new ticker, and hence it's showing up as new. Farfetch is completely new into these two ETFs. A lot of heavyweight there. So we'll go over and the Robinhood, which IPO'd just yesterday. They started a position in 3 ETFs for Robinhood, especially in ARK is their biggest fund. 126 million worth of shares there, and 21 million in ARKW and 13 in ARKF. So, and I won't be surprised if they keep on increasing that, because initially few days they keep increasing it whenever they are invested in a new company. Especially if it goes down, they buy the dips. So yeah, this looks like pretty much like more than 150 or 160 million worth of investment there. And the next biggest is Farfetch, looks like, followed by Khosla Ventures. So those are some of the big ones. Caribou, Concord, Markforged is not new. Rest of them are very small. And let's take a look at the negative ones, the ones that are completely removed. So a lot of them are completely removed. One class A, this is not removed. This is a SPAC that merged with Markforged, so that's why it shows up there. ABB, Bertrand, CM Life, Itemar, Medicare, Meditronic, Nuvasive, Stryker, Ultra Clean Holdings, Huya, Galileo. So Galileo and A1 are these are the SPACs that merged with a company. So these are not removed. These just changed. The ticker symbol changed to something else. So that's that. And hey guys, to keep the episode small, we have cut it into 2. So this was your July month update for all the ARK ETFs. Combined and separately, biggest move, market value trend, and new and removed companies. Tomorrow we'll be focusing on those 4 companies, DraftKings, Palantir, Nano Dimension, and Skills. Show you how ARK traded those 4 in the month of July. Otherwise it just becomes too big of an episode. So tune in for that as well. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.